Howdy, my name is Nick and welcome to another episode of The Side Quest. Today's beer is called LBrew Crew by Savagewood Brewing. Now this beer is a sour ale. It is brewed with lilikoi, lychee fruit puree, and Pilsner wheat malt. It is 4.6% ABV and it is brewed in San Diego by Savagewood Brewing. Now this beer is the second collaboration between Low Ballers, which is the Guam Tide Car Club, and How's It Craft Brewery, which is Nico's fictitious brewing brand. And I'm really looking forward to this one. The LBrew Honeydew Milkshake IPA was just not good. And I've heard from other people that this beer is actually a lot better of the two. I haven't had too many sours lately. I did have Berliners, which were, my preferred tartness. If I can remember my last actual sour beer, it was probably one of the Harland fluff beers. I'm not sure if it was the stone fruit or the berry. I'm not too sure which one. But yeah, I'm looking for something a little bit tart to shake up the palate a little bit and, see what, sours are supposed to be like. Yeah, I got this from Nico during my San Diego visit. It's probably at this point maybe 3 or 4 months old. So hopefully the fruit flavors haven't fallen off, and hopefully it tastes better than the LBrew Milkshake IPA. So yeah, let's open this up, check it out, and I will be right back after this pour. Alright, let's take a look at this beer. So the beer poured really light as far as the head is concerned. It wasn't that much on it at all. It looks very opaque, can't see through it at all, very cloudy. It's probably just, I guess it's probably just not filtered. There is carbonation in here, so I'm not worried about it too much. And I do see a little bit of specks particles in the glass. The color on this thing is really nice. Light yellow, maybe a little bit darker than straw yellow. So it looks pretty good. Yeah, let's put a nose on it. Alright, I'm not too familiar with passion fruit. Passion fruit is not one of the fruits I look out for. I know lilikoi. I'm not too sure if lilikoi and like the common passion fruit are the same species or if they're a little bit different. But I know lilikoi is usually talked about as a passion fruit, and the smell though, I'm not really too sure what it's supposed to smell like. The lychee, however, I am very familiar with. If you go into anything like Asian, you'll see like a lot of lychee flavored stuff, lychee flavored like boba drinks. Though my favorite one is usually like the lychee flavored jellies that they usually sell in like Asian supermarkets. When I was a kid, I used to get those a lot. So I'm very familiar with lychee and how that tastes, and this one has a really good amount of lychee aroma coming off of it, which is very promising. And I hope it tastes pretty good. So I'm actually very excited to see how this goes. I didn't really get a lot of like hop or anything else coming off of it, and I did get like a really a basic like sourish beer aroma, like a generic sour beer aroma. Nothing too crazy coming from that part as well. But yeah, let's just drink this thing. Cheers. All right, yeah, cool. First thing, definitely better than the Milkshake IPA. Yeah, like 100%, 100 times better. Okay. Yeah, as far as sours go, not as sour. It's kind of the first thing that kind of like stood out to me, not as sour. But let's kind of like go through some other things. Mouthfeel was good. It's more of like a medium thin to thin mouthfeel for me. Didn't really get any bitterness by way of hops or anything like that, and carbonation was just fine. And yeah, okay. Let's just talk about the beer experience in general. The sweetness on this thing is a little bit high. It's like medium to high, and if you're very sensitive to sugar in beer, it's very high. It does kind of come off as a little bit of like a fruit syrup or straight up fruit puree almost. Like it's sort of hitting that kind of sweetness level for me. But I think the whole thing kind of works together. Like I said, the sourness is not crazy. It's not super tart. It's probably more of a Berliner level sour for me as the closest thing I can compare it to. As far as the fruits go, like I do get like I guess what I would interpret as passion fruit and lychee together. The lychee does kind of taste like a syrupy flavor, but it does say the can does state they used lychee puree and probably passion fruit puree or lilikoi fruit puree. So that's not surprising, especially if I don't know when they added it during if it was during like the boil or during fermentation. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it tastes actually pretty good. I'm actually gonna try this again one more time. Yeah, so on that, this is probably my fourth sip, and the sweetness kind of just pretty much died down. Like I'm not getting it. It's not as strong anymore. Maybe it's because I've had a little bit more, and it kind of just like nice mellow sour. Sort of like, to me, it kind of just tastes like a very tart fruit juice almost. It's sort of level, I guess. And yeah, finish is great. That nice malty finish, and yeah, it's a pretty good beer. I'm definitely gonna drink the whole can of this, and it's not bad. I will say that I do like sweet more than I like bitter, and so for maybe most people that if you're really sensitive to sweet stuff, you're not really gonna like it, and you might think it's a little bit too sweet for your palate. But for me, and if you like a little bit sweeter beers, then you're definitely gonna like this. But yeah, I really love it. I'm really digging the fruity notes that are coming off of this beer, and especially that it's tasting like there is fruit in it, and it's very distinct. So I'm loving that part of it as well. But yeah, overall, I like this beer from Savagewood. Thank God, because after that last beer they did, I was a little worried that I wasn't gonna like anything else that Nico actually gave me, because I still have, I think, a stout to come right after this one. But yeah, the LBrew crew, Lilikoi Lychee Sour. If you can still find this, pick it up. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please leave the like down below, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers. I'm really enjoying the sour from Savagewood.